5:42 a.m., Gulf of Aden. A merchant ship sends a desperate call. Multiple skiffs approaching. They're armed. Within minutes, a U.S. Navy destroyer tears across the dawn, racing toward 5 pirate boats closing at 30 knots. Ladders ready, weapons visible. No shots fired yet. Just a thin line of steel, discipline, and a single decision that could decide everything. 5:42 a.m., Gulf of Aden. A distress call cracks through the morning static. This is merchant vessel Arleigh Burke. Multiple fast skiffs approaching, 28 knots, bearing 221. Closing fast. 14 nautical miles away, a U.S. Navy destroyer catches the transmission. The bridge freezes for half a heartbeat, then everything snaps into motion. Combat bridge, mark the position. Helm, come to 085. The destroyer swings hard to starboard, its bow shearing through the damp dawn air. On radar, several small blips flare to life, converging on the merchant ship. The crew doesn't need a briefing. They've seen this signature too many times. The haze above the Gulf burns orange, the sea catching the light like molten metal. Through binoculars, faint wakes streak across the surface, for maybe 5 skiffs. Tiny white arrows knifing through the water at 30 knots. Each loaded with 6 to 8 men, scarves masking their faces, rifles slung tight across their chests. Skiffs in half-circle formation. The radio operator calls out. CPA less than 2 miles if they hold course. Copy. Maintain radio watch on channel 16. The destroyer's engines rumble deeper, a bass thrum rising through the decks. Inside the Combat Information Center, watchstanders track bearings, speeds, intercept angles. The Arleigh Burke plods along at just 12 knots, far too slow to outrun anyone. The destroyer hadn't come looking for trouble. It was on routine convoy escort, patrolling the internationally recognized transit corridor. Now that quiet watch has become an emergency response. Channel 16 erupts again. They're closing fast. We see weapons. The Navy bridge officer answers with practiced calm. Merchant vessel Arleigh Burke, this is United States Navy warship. Hold course. We are inbound. Out on the water, the skiffs spread wide. 5 lean hulls racing abreast, Yamaha engines howling against the chop. They slam over the swells, throwing up sheets of white spray that glitter in the rising sun. The Arleigh Burke class destroyer surges to 24 knots, bow smashing through the swell. Radar dishes rotate in perfect synchronization. The bridge scans the horizon. The CIC updates the tactical plot in real time. Al Rayhan dead ahead. 5 pirate skiffs closing fast. Channel 16 transmission ready. The comms officer reports. The commanding officer nods once. Send it over open radio. Unidentified vessels bearing 215. This is United States Navy warship. You are approaching a protected merchant vessel inside the IRTC. Alter course immediately. Silence. The destroyer's bridge holds steady. Firm but not provocative. The message isn't a threat. It's a line in the water. Bridge, air detachment reports. Seahawk ready for launch. Launch the bird. The MH-60R Seahawk lifts from the flight deck, rotors chewing into the thick morning air. It banks hard toward the threat axis, nose-mounted camera streaming infrared back to the CIC. The helicopter climbs to 600 feet, settling into a wide orbit above the Al Rayhan. Skiffs now within 4 nautical miles. The aircrew reports. Visual confirmation. 5 boats, armed personnel aboard. No national markings. The CO studies the incoming feed. The Seahawk's camera shows the skiffs head-on. Makeshift weapons, ladders tied to the hulls, outboard screaming as they fly across the chop. They're now trapped between the destroyer and the merchant vessel without even realizing it. Deploy RHIB teams to standby. The SECO orders. 2 ribs lower into the water and hover beside the ship. Visible, intentional, controlled. A measured show of force. Unidentified vessels. You are ordered to disengage immediately. This area is under U.S. Navy protection. Above them, the Seahawk circles. Its searchlights slicing across the waves like a blade of white fire. The skiffs keep coming, but slower now. Out here, presence alone shifts the balance. For a few quiet years, piracy faded from the news, but in 2024 to 25, it has returned. Not on the silver screen, back in the same unforgiving waters off Puntland and Socotra. The reasons aren't complicated. Western naval focus has drifted toward the Red Sea and the Houthi threat. Escort missions in the Gulf of Aden have thinned out. UNAVR patrols have shrunk. Merchant traffic has slowed, with more ships running independently, burning less fuel, taking greater risks. Modern pirates don't need radar or warships. They need speed, open water, and desperation. Many come from Somali coastal villages where fishing has collapsed. Some operate alone. Others work under criminal networks with motherships lurking hundreds of miles offshore. U.S. Navy doctrine remains unchanged. They don't hunt pirates, they answer distress calls. Deterrence, not destruction. Which means right here, in the heart of the IRTC, that destroyer is the thin gray line between order and chaos. The Seahawk circles again, spotlight painting a vivid white arc across the sea. Below, the skiffs press forward, 2.9 nautical miles, 2.4. Their formation tightens, engines roaring with certainty. Inside the destroyer's CIC, the tension sharpens. Consoles glow. Operators lean in. The CO bends over the tactical screen. Maintain weapons hold, he says quietly. We deter, not engage. Skiffs now within 2 miles. The Seahawk pilot reports. They're splitting, 3 toward the merchant, 2 turning broadside. The destroyer's loudspeaker thunders across the sea. Unidentified vessels, you are approaching a U.S. Navy protected corridor. Stop engines and turn away immediately. Still nothing. From the deck, the first water cannon bursts erupt. Thick columns of seawater blasting ahead of the lead skiff, erupting into white foam. Not a weapon, but unmistakably decisive. The spray drenches the bow of the nearest boat. The pirates flinch. One skiff throttles back. Another veers, unsure. The Seahawk drops lower, just 200 feet above the surface. The pilot keys the radio. Unknown vessels, you are being monitored by a U.S. Navy aircraft. Disengage immediately. From the destroyer's bridge, the moment looks cinematic. Dark skiffs silhouetted against a burning orange sunrise. Rotors hammering the air. spray catching fire in the light. But no one watching mistakes this for spectacle. Every action is deliberate, every second calculated. Distance now 1.8 nautical miles. The CIC officer calls. Recommend maintain current posture. The CO nods. Keep the guns trained. Safety's on. The forward 25mm mount quietly slews toward the contacts. Laser off, systems ready. No one wants to use it. Everyone knows what it means if they do. Then something shifts. The lead skiff slows abruptly. Another swings wide with no coordination. Through the Seahawk's IR feed, heat signatures scatter in disarray. The radio crackles from the Seahawk crew. Skiffs altering course, bearing southeast. Speed dropping. Looks like they're breaking off. On the bridge, a controlled breath releases, relief, measured and quiet. No rounds fired. No casualties. Just the overwhelming force of steel, presence, and discipline. The pirates slip back into the morning haze, their wakes dissolving into the calm. The horizon smooths out. Blue, quiet, deceptively peaceful. The Al Rayhan holds her course. Her crew grips the rails, eyes locked on the fading silhouettes. No one celebrates, but the feeling washes over the deck. Silent gratitude drifting through the warm, salt air. A voice echoes through the destroyer. Set condition 4. Stations begin to stand down, though vigilance lingers. The Seahawk swings wide, making one final orbit before turning for home. Its engines fade to a distant hum as the skiffs vanish into the sun's glare. On the bridge, the team reviews everything: distances, timing, comms, tactics. Every step by the book. Every move deliberate. The commanding officer doesn't give a speech. He doesn't need to. He simply says, low and steady, "Good work. That's how we win, by not giving them the fight they want." In the CIC, the final moments replay on screen. A reminder that even the smallest choices, when to warn, when to hold fire, carry the weight of law, diplomacy, and lives scattered across an unforgiving sea. The destroyer steadies at 20 knots, sliding back into patrol along the IRTC. The crew returns to the rhythm, scanning, logging, watching. The Gulf looks calm again, but calm never lasts out here. Everyone knows it. No shots, no medals, just a convoy that keeps moving, and a sea that stays open for one more day. The Gulf of Aden settles into its morning hush. The destroyer presses onward, turbines humming, horizon clean. But for the sailors, that quiet feels earned now, not granted. Because sometimes the hardest fight is the one you choose not to start. No chase, no stunts, just presence, restraint, and a silence that speaks louder than gunfire. So let me ask you this: if you were the commanding officer that morning, would you have escalated or held the line? Tell me in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown of how the US Navy responds to real-world piracy, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next mission. And if you want to support the channel directly, consider joining the fleet. You'll get loyalty badges, priority replies, and help bring more true maritime stories to the surface. Out here, victory doesn't roar. Sometimes it just keeps the coffee warm. I'll see you in the next one.